Religion is under siege by secularism, authoritarianism, political correctness, all of which seek to replace or weaken the influence of its...
Let me play that again. Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to the last dispensation. You're living in it. What's that?
I'm an emo.
Oh, that's my son. He's going to school right now. He wanted to tell everybody because he colored his hair that he's an emo now. Okay. My son. All right. We're going to talk about religious freedom. Certain things just popped out in my head. And one of them is this that I was watching the other day by Dallin H. Oaks. If you think the apostles and prophets aren't on the same page as we are, ideologically, even politically, do they still stand for the righteousness that our forebears stood for? Yes. They might have some proverbial gag order, maybe on them. They're speaking what the Lord needs us to hear right now. But check this out. As President Dallin H. Oaks speaks at a global religious freedom conference in Rome, I believe it was Rome, yeah. Oh, at a Catholic conference in Rome. Listen to what he had to say. Let me turn this up. Make sure this is all the way up.
I call for...
Oh, hold on. Let me switch this over here. Doggone it. All right.
A global effort to defend and advance the religious freedom of all of the children of God in every nation of the world.
He spoke of world challenges to religious liberty.
Religion is under siege by secularism, authoritarianism, political correctness, all of which seek to replace or weaken the influence of its...
Let me play that again. He is speaking our language, brothers and sisters. He's calling out the Gadianton robbers. He's calling out the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast. He's calling out the beast. He's calling out the Antichrist. We are under attack. We are under attack. More than anything, more than our freedoms of speech, the Constitution on a global level, religious freedom is where we're going to be begging for that more than anything. More than our freedom to talk about anything else, even politically, we are going to want to preserve. Remember, the prophets and apostles are 20 years ahead of us. They speak for the Lord. Listen to what he has to say again. Tell me if they're not speaking our language, if they aren't thinking the same way we are.
Authoritarianism, political...
He spoke of world challenges to religious liberty.
Religion is under siege by secularism, authoritarianism, political correctness, all of which seek to replace or weaken the influence of its teachings.
And of the need to have a coalition of believers unite.
Okay, that's what I wanted you to hear. That's what I wanted you to hear right there. Yep. All right. Now, Doctrine and Covenants, section 134, verse 4. We believe that religion is instituted of God, that men are amenable to him. Amenable? Amenable. You say tomato, I say tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. Yeah. And to him only, for the exercise of it, only unless their religious opinions prompt them to infringe upon the rights and liberties of others. But we do not believe that human law has a right to interfere in prescribing rules of worship to bind the consciences of men, nor dictate forms for public or private devotion, that the civil magistrate should restrain crime, but never control. Okay, so they're like, yes, we understand there needs to be government. That the civil magistrate should restrain crime, but never control conscience. Should punish guilt, but never suppress the freedom of the soul. And there is no fine line. There is a big difference between restraining crime and punishing the, I understand what are some things that are not covered by the First Amendment. Well, you can't cry fire in a public building if there is no fire. That's not freedom of speech. Well, and a lot of things that the beast deems as the freedom of conscience and speech should not be either. I don't think we meant it to be for immoral things and thoughts and just evil things against nature. Okay, here we go. Religious freedom is indeed under attack. Elder Christofferson told an audience in the Marriott Center at Brigham Young University, I am convinced, this is 2016, I am convinced that those who question the value or even the legitimacy of religious freedom, I am convinced that those who question the value or even the legitimacy of religious freedom do not understand that it is woven into the very soul of America. Dallin H. Oaks, again, we will sometimes need to challenge laws that would impair our freedom to practice our faiths, doing so in reliance on our constitutional rights to the free exercise of religion. Yes, those days are here, and they're coming where we're going to have to challenge those laws that impair our freedoms. Look what the social media platforms are doing now, have been doing. Like I said the other day, they're as big as the post office. I don't care if they are private companies. That's why they're in front of Congress a lot, like Mark Zuckerberg. They can't just make our voices but religious freedom is the main thing that we're going to have to defend. This was Ezra Taft Benson. The central issue in that premortal council was, shall the children of God have untrammeled agency to choose the course they should follow, whether good or evil, or shall they be coerced and forced to be obedient? Christ and all who followed him stood for the former proposition. Freedom of choice. That's right. Satan stood for the latter, coercion and force. And there are many, many different quotes that I couldn't get into this morning because I was in a hurry. But stay tuned for more that's coming your way. We J. Reuben Clark, Bruce R. McConkie, Hugh B. Brown, and many, many others in the past. Many others. Go look up those quotes on religious freedom. I want to play this one more time to show you that our brethren and sisters are on the same page as we are.
Challenges to religious liberty.
Religion is under siege by secularism, authoritarianism, political correctness, all of which seek to replace or weaken the influence of its teachings.
All right. That's it, brothers and sisters. Until next time.